Hey y'all, David Atkins. I'm here again doing a thing. I'm just going to do a quick video on some reasons you may be targeted. And this is some reasons I'm going to go into right now. And if you hear anything bad about me, confront me first and check it out before you go off being true, because that's one of these perps' favorite thing is smear campaign. Anyway, I'm doing okay. I still ain't got control of my leg and I ain't got control of my bladder, but I'm not giving up. All right, here we go. Cause stalking groups are available for low revenge packages. The revenge package is available to any person who has the connections and capital to finance it, which anybody who knows the right people who wants revenge on you for whatever, suing a company, whatever. There are some very sick, sadistic people with influence in government and industry who can use the system if they think you've done them wrong. The equivalent of putting a hit on someone. If this is the reason a person is targeted, he may never know it. Whistleblowers. If you complained about working conditions, which I did at Wayne's Farm chicken plant, or ethics of a corporation, you may be targeted. The U.S. Postal Service, other federal agencies use professional harassment services to harass people, literally to death. This harassment includes psychological warfare and direct energy weapons. If you do a keyword search on Yahoo using phrases such as harassed FBI, whistleblower, you'll find websites of former members of federal law enforcement, including indicating they're also targeted by these agencies. The objective is to isolate the bothersome informant, whistleblower, or whoever you want revenge on, depict him incompetent, disloyal, troublesome, mortally imbalanced, mentally imbalanced. Whistleblowers forced out frightening workmates and supporters. The assault continues until the target is discredited, exhausted, has poor health, and is financially crippled, and his career, his or her career, is over. Okay. Hold on one second. All right. Activists, dissidents. Corporations in various countries are currently using professional harassment groups on people that oppose them. Civil rights activists have a history of being targeted by these programs. If your views are not aligned with the corporate state entity and you are effectively raising awareness about an issue, you may very likely become the target of this type of terrorism. Anyone who opposes globalization may become a target. The Justice Department claimed that the original COINTELPRO was needed to defend national security and prevent terrorism. However, it ended up subverting democracy, promoting violence and terrorism. If you protest at an event, you could be considered a terrorist under Patriot and targeted. Under the ITTF, there is currently a section-wide effort with local law enforcement to report information regarding demonstration. COINTELPRO is back, but it is much worse now, with 24 American beings recruited as informants, 24-hour American beings recruited as informants, unlimited budget, and a booming of laws that prevented it in the first place. The new COINTELPRO is now legal. According to the ACLU Executive Director Anthony Romero, who viewed a confidential FBI memorandum, evil peaceful protests are now being labeled as potential terrorists. Experimentation. Some known behavior modification projects include Bluebird, MK Delta, MK Ultra. MK Ultra, with 149 sub-projects, was conducted in universities, hospitals, militaries, institutions, and prisons. Some tests included the effects of stress on human beings, including duress, fatigue, torture, drugs, creation of mutations, and a variety of other tests. Under MK Ultra, about 23,000 people were traumatized, but researchers in this are an extremely conservative number, since many of the records have been destroyed and will probably never know. Most of these people are unwillingly and unknowingly experimented on in these institutions, and their lives were basically ruined. Some of these tests were conducted on children. These people would think of nothing of sacrificing innocent members of population, experimenting on people, then covering up their crimes, claiming reasons of national security. After studying the history of some of these agencies and learning the facts, it became clear that these acts were carried out by monsters misusing their resources and committing crimes against humanity. Several mind control survivors have written books. And hold on. Okay, and I'm going to go into other reasons you might be targeted. Other reasons: a large breakup with an ex-spouse or a wife or a husband who has influence and capital with the people who are part of targeting. A large and reported crime. A target has reported crimes such as pedophilia, drugs, where the perpetrator was a member of an organized crime ring with sexual trafficking connections, or reporting rape, pedophiles, against people that have power. Governments or another party attempts to unfairly seize land from owners. They'll target you for unfairly seizing land. If they're trying to seize your land and you won't let them, that stuff. Harassment of gays, minorities, and harassment of mentally ill people. Sexual predators may also be targeted, which is understood. They need to be targeted. It appears loners are targeted due to their personal vulnerability. These stalking groups will select a target of convenience just for practice and no other reasons. Many people don't know why they're targeted or exactly when it began. Just because someone doesn't know why they're targeted, that doesn't mean their claim should be less credible than someone who does know. It almost doesn't matter why it's being done. There's no excuse for the systematic and ongoing torture of a person. Just as the mechanism for mobbing is already in place and waiting to be used, so is organized stalking mechanism. Let's stop gang stalking, and you could be targeted, like I said, like they were saying in there, and I say you can be targeted just because you pissed somebody off. You might have just called somebody a name, but they know the right people, and boom, they put you in this torture program. So anyway, that's just a little quick video I'm doing. I like doing videos. I'm in the hospital. I ain't got nothing else to do. But yeah, if you hear something about me, ask me. Or if you hear something about another person being a perp, don't go off of it automatically. Do your research. I love y'all, and I'm praying for every targeted individual and everybody going through something. Amen.